Welcome back to season two of the Courtside Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Keenan Lee. In this week's episode, we dive into all the primetime games from last week, discuss who is the biggest threat to the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Cavs. We're also going to be diving into all the All-Star game starters and who got snubbed, and who didn't get snubbed, and a whole lot more. Now, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn that post notification bell, like this video, and comment down below which player got absolutely snubbed in the All-Star game. And without further ado, let's get into the games. All right, briefly, I'm going to do something. I'm going to briefly address the elephant in the room because you guys can see by now I'm in a different place right now. And that's because I'm on vacation. I'm in Jeju right now. I know you guys are probably wondering why, like, are you in Jeju? Why you didn't tell us prior to this week? Guys, I'm going to be real with you. I was super busy like last week. I know that sounds like a poor excuse, but I've been super busy. Now I know you're thinking, wait, Kim, why are you in South Korea? So, as many of you guys know, like if you know me like off camera, if you guys have known me for a couple years now, you guys know that I would always visit South Korea every like winter break, sometimes summer break, to go see my family and stuff like that. Well, this winter break particularly, like I was gonna go, but and I mean this, not saying it just out of like throwing it out there. I was super busy this past few months. Like these past few months have been like a twister, like a whirlwind as of late. All right, like a lot of family stuff has happened over the course of the past 2 months. A lot of things going here and there. Like it just was so busy that like I couldn't go to South Korea. It was that bad. All right. And so, as many of you guys know, my brother and my mom and I, we would always go to Korea. My brother went and I stayed in the US. In other words, basically, it's my turn to go back to Korea. All right. All right. Now, I know you're thinking, like, wait, Kyun, how long are you gone? I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. This is week number one, I think. Yeah, this is week one. All right. I will be back in week two of February. I think this is probably after the Super Bowl. So, yeah. All right. But anyway, enough about my personal life. Let's get into the first primetime game of I think this is week number 13. Week number 14, and that is the Lakers and the Clippers. And my biggest takeaway from this game was the Clippers have been playing some pretty good basketballs of late. Peeking at the box score, you got LeBron going for 25 points on 20 shots. He also had 11 assists. Rui Hachimura had 19 points. Anthony Davis had 16 points. Austin Reeves had 14 points. And Max Christie had 10 points. And their bench was led by Dalton Connect with 10 points. Peeking at the Clippers, I mean, Norman Powell went crazy. He had 22 points. James Harden had 21 points. Kawhi Leonard has been playing really well as of late. He had 19 points, and their bench was led by Kevin Porter Jr. with 8 points. All right, peeking at the next game, we got the Mavs and the Hornets. And I understand the Mavs are having a little bit of an injury bug as of late, but this is pathetic. This is pathetic. You know, all right. How do you lose to the Hornets, man? Like, let's see what actually happened in this game. You know, peeking at the Mavs box score right now. I think this is like also PJ Washington's first game against the Hornets because he got drafted by the Hornets. You know. But anyway, okay, it's loaded up. Sorry, you guys. I know my internet's just not very good, so I'm using my hotspot right now. But anyway, peeking at the Mavs, Kyrie went for 33 points. Daniel Gafford went absolutely crazy. He had 31 points. PJ Washington had 13 points, and their bench was led by Najee Marshall with 8 points. Peeking at the Hornets side of things, obviously LaMelo Ball went crazy. He had 23 points. Miles Bridges had 23 points. Nick Smith Jr. had 19 points, and Mark Williams had 13 points. And their bench was led by Musa Diabate with 10 points and Cody Martin with 10 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Timberwolves and the Mavericks. And honestly, like, right? Actually, no, Timberwolves Grizzlies. I'm sorry. All right. I'm looking at ahead. But anyway, this game looked really fun. The Grizzlies, they're coming for vengeance, you know. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, you know, we got the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. Um, Peeking at the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards had 32 points. What just happened? Okay. Um, all right. Anthony Edwards had 33 points, 33 points, 32 points. And Naz Reid went crazy, had 29 points. Jaden McDaniels had 11, and Rob Dillingham had 15 points. Peeking at the Grizzlies, I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. went crazy. He had 24 points. Desmond Bane had 22 points. Ja was solid. He had 19 points. Jalen Wells had 13 points. And their bench was led by Luke Kennard with 7 and Brandon Clark with 7. Anyway, peeking at the next game, we got the Celtics and the Warriors. I believe this is game 2 between these two bitter rivals, Celtics and the Warriors. And all I got to say from the bottom of my heart, the Warriors, they might beat them. And I'm not joking when I say this. Like, as a person who's backed up the Warriors for so many years now, like, this is just this is just sad. All right. Like, there's nothing I can say about this. Like, this is pathetic. All right. Anyway, peeking at the box score of this game, Jason Tatum, he had 22 points. Kristaps Porzingis had 18 points. Drew Holiday had 10 points. Jaylen Brown had 17 points, and their bench was led by Sam Hausner with 11 points. Actually, no. Peyton Pritchard with 14 points. Sam Hauser with 11. Sorry. Anyway, peeking at the Celtics, I think the Warriors. I mean, Steph was the only great player on that team. He had 18 points, and their bench was led by Moses Moody with 13 points. You know what I'm saying? This was. There's nothing I can say, man. Anyway, peeking at the next game, we got the Knicks and the Nets, two division rivals. Like, this game was actually pretty fun to watch. I didn't see the game, but like, I got score updates from this game. Like, this game was actually like low key. Um, Fun to watch. But anyway, peeking at our next game, I mean, yeah, looking at the Knicks and the Nets, looking at the box score of this game right here, like this, I think the Nets led. Yeah, the Nets led for most of this game, but the Knicks, they are the Knicks. They are resilient. Peeking at the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns went crazy. He had 25 points. OG Anunoby had 20 points. Mikal Bridges was held to 10 points. Jalen Brunson was also held to 17 points. And the bench was led by Precious Achiuwa with 17 points. Peeking at the Nets, I mean, D'Angelo Russell, he had 23 points. He also had 10 assists and 3 blocks. When have you ever seen that from D'Lo? Cam Johnson had 16 points. Noah Clowney had 10 points. And their bench was led by Tyrese Martin with 13 points and Day'Ron Sharpe with 10 points. Next game up, we got the Sixers and the Nuggets, and this game was not. I saw the score update from this game. This game was not close. This was like a you got hoed kind of game, if you know what I'm saying. Like, let's take a look at the damage, shall we? All right. Looking at the peeking at the box score of this game right here. Let's see if it will load up. All right. I don't know why it's not loading. All right, it's loading right now. I'm sorry about all this. Like my internet's just it hasn't been pretty. But anyway, peeking at this a box score, if you would, of the Sixers. Uh, Tyrese Maxey at 28 points. Paul George is like has not played well. He had 11 points, and their bench was led by Gershon Yabusele with 22 points and Justin Edwards with 11. Peeking at the Nuggets, I mean, Nikola Jokic had 27 points. Christian Brown had 20 points. Russell Westbrook had 11 points. Michael Porter Jr. had 19 points. Jamal Murray was held to 9 points, and their bench was led by Aaron Gordon. Wait, why is Aaron Gordon on the bench? What in the hell? But anyway, peeking at our next game, we got the Timberwolves and the Mavs. This game was electric. I will. This game was electric, despite you know probably a lot of craziness in it. Timberwolves and the Mavs. I believe this was game two between these two rivals. Yeah, game two. All right, Timberwolves and the Mavs. Yeah, the Tim. All right, this game was close, but in the end, a more healthier team, if you would, was the better team. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Peeking at the box score, I mean, Jaden McDaniels had 28, 27 points, excuse me. Anthony Edwards had 21 points, 21 points. Rudy Gobert had 14 points. Julius Randle had 16 points. Mike Conley had 18 points, and their bench was led. Stay with me, folks. Naz Reid with 8 to 12 points. Peeking at the Mavericks, I mean, Kyrie went crazy. He had 36 points. PJ Washington had 30 points. Daniel Gafford had 14 points, and their bench was led by Maxi Kleba with 10 points. Peeking at the next game, we got probably the Warriors and the Kings, and all I gotta say is I low key feel bad for Steph. I really do. Like I think the Warriors led for like majority of this game, but it wasn't enough. All right, all right. Sorry if I'm going back and forth. It's just man, it's just been brutal. But anyway, peeking at the Warriors, I mean, Steph had 14 points. Andrew Wiggins has been playing very well. He had 25 points. Buddy Hield with 17 points. And their bench was led by Gui Santos with 16, Trace Jackson Davis with 11, and Moses Moody with 11 points. Peeking at the Kings, I mean, DeMar DeRozan went crazy. He had 32 points. Uh, Domantas Sabonis had 26 points. Malik Monk with 20 points. De'Aaron Fox had 14 points. Keegan Murray had 13 points. And their bench was led by Keon Ellis with 8 points. I don't know what to say. Next game up, we got the Spurs and the Pacers. The first ever, I believe, first ever game in Paris. Oh, yeah. All right, and in game one, it was the Spurs that came out on top, 140 to 110. God damn. If you want to talk about you got hoed kind of game, this is the game to do it. But anyway, let's peek at the damage, shall we? Peeking at the Spurs. Uh, Rick Wemby in his hometown, he went crazy. He had 30 points. Devin Vassell had 25 points. Harrison Barnes had 20 points. And their bench was led by Jeremy Sohan with 13 points and Trey Jones with 11. Peeking at the Pacers, I mean, Bennett Mathurin played well. He had 24 points. Miles Turner had 14 points. Pascal Siakam had 18 points. Tyrese Halliburton had 13 points, and their bench was led by Obi Toppin with 13 points. Speaking of the next game, we got the Heat and the Bucks, two division rivals, man. My oh my. We got the Heat and the Bucks. I mean, you want to talk about you got hoed kind of game as well? Like this was another game. You got hoed. You know? Okay. All right. Peeking at the Miami Heat, because right now they're in a mess. Right now, you got Kelly Ware with 22 points, Tyler Hero with 21 points, Duncan Robinson with 12 points, Bam Adebayo with 11 points, and Nikola Jovic and Jaime Jaquez with each 8 points. Speaking of the Bucks, Dame had 29 points. He also had 10 rebounds and 11 assists in this game. Giannis had 25 points and 12 rebounds. Brook Lopez had 11 points, and their bench was led by Gary Trent Jr. with 21 points and Bobby Portis with 16 points. Peeking at the next game, we got a good one. We got the Celtics and the Lakers, two old rivals back in the day. We got the Celtics and the Lakers. And all I got to say is the Celtics are playing really weird right now. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game was not even close. Like I picked Boston to win this game just because I think Boston was the better team. No siree. Peeking at the Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis had 22 points, Jason Tatum had 16 points, and Jaylen Brown had 17 points. And their bench was led by Jaden Springer with 10 points. Peeking at the Lakers, I mean, Anthony Davis had 24 points, Austin Reeves had 23 points, LeBron had 20 points, Rui Hachimura had 10 points, and their bench was led by Gabe Vincent and Dalton Knecht, each with 12 and 13 points. I gotta say, something's wrong with the Celtics, and honestly, it's kind of weird. But anyway, peeking at the next game, we got the Pelicans and the Grizzlies. Yeah. All right. All right. Sorry if my screen is loading up right now. The Pelicans and the Grizzlies. I feel like this is the third or fourth game they're playing against each other. Like, I could be wrong. Pelicans and the Grizzlies. And honestly, man, the Pelicans may have been the most disappointing team this season. That's all I got to say. No, straight up period. Mm-hmm. Peeking at the box score of this game, you look at it. I mean, it was a good game from the Pelicans. It was a good game, but it was just too much. DeJounte Murray had 26 points. CJ McCollum had 22 points. Trey Murphy Jr. had 22 points. Yves Missy had 10 points, and the bench was led by Jordan Hawkins with 20 points. Peeking at the Grizzlies, I mean, Luke Kennard had 27 points. Desmond Bane had 20 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 29 points. Zach Edey had 13 points. He also shot 1 3, which is kind of crazy. And their bench, I mean, their bench went crazy. Brandon Clark had 14 points. Gigi Jackson had 10 points, and Sky Pippen Jr. had 13 points. Yeah. Next game up, we got the Clipper Pacers and the Spurs game 2 in Paris. And it was this time around, the Pacers got their revenge. 136 to 98. Let's look at the damage. Anyway, why did oh, sorry about that, you guys. All right. I don't know why it's taking a while. I don't know why it's not loading up. There we go. All right. The Pacers won 136 to 98. This felt like a absolute belt to ass kind of game, if I'm gonna be real with you. But anyway, peeking at the Pacers, box score. All right. Tyrese Halliburton went crazy. He had 28 points. Pascal Siakam had 23 points. Andrew Nembhard had 15 points. Miles Turner had 14 points. And Benedict Mathurin had 13 points. And their bench was led by Thomas Bryant with 10 points and TJ McConnell with 12 points. Peeking at the Spurs, I mean, Harrison Barnes went crazy. He had 25 points. Wemby had 20 points. Stephon Castle had 17 points. And Chris Paul had 11. And their bench, I mean, their bench was not. Peeking at the next game, we got the Nuggets and the Timberwolves, and history was made in this game. I found out, you know, apparently Anthony Edwards broke the Timberwolves regular season record with threes made. Anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here. I mean, I mean, Jamal Murray had 25 points. Nikola Jokic had 20 points. Russell Westbrook had 13 points. Christian Brown with 10 points and 11 points for Michael Porter Jr. And their bench was led by Aaron Gordon. Why is Aaron Gordon coming off the bench? Like, that's really weird. Anyway, peeking at the next game, peeking at our next stop, we have the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards had 34 points. Julius Randle had 21 points. Rudy Gobert had 14 points, and Jaden McDaniels had 13 points. And their bench was led by, say it with me, Naz Reid with 13 points, and Nickeil Alexander Walker with 10 points. Peeking at our next game, we have the Celtics and the Mavs. Game one, a rematch of last year's NBA Finals. And this time the Celtics, well, I mean, I know the Celtics won it, but like the Celtics took game one, 122 to 107. All right, peeking at the box score of this game. All right, let's look at this. All right, Derek White had 23 points. Jason Tatum had 24 points. Jaylen Brown had 22 points. Drew Holiday with 17 points. Kristaps Porzingis had 18 points. And their bench was led by Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser, each with 6 points. Peeking at the Maverick side of things, Kyrie had 22 points. Spencer Dinwiddie had 12 points. PJ Washington had 17 points. Daniel Gafford had 19 points. And their bench was led by Quentin Grimes with 20 and Jaden Hardy with 10 points. And to cap it all off, we got the Lakers and the Warriors. And all I gotta say is like, I feel bad for Steph. I really do. I feel so bad for him. That's all I gotta say. You know, we got the Lakers and the Warriors, and there's nothing I could say. You know, like I'm gonna be 100% honest. There's nothing I can say about this. AD had 36 points. LeBron had 26. No, 25. Excuse me. Austin Reeves had 16. Max Christie had 11, and their bench was led by Dalton Connect with 13 points. As for the Warriors, Andrew Wiggins had 20 points. Steph had 13 points. Gary Payton Jr. had 12 points. Buddy Hield with 10. And their bench was led by Pods with 17, Moses Moody with 10, and Dennis Schroeder with 10. So our next segment, I didn't want to do this segment, but it seems like I don't have a choice, and that is to briefly update everyone on the Jimmy Butler fiasco. I know I had on my agenda, as you can see on my phone. I don't know if you can see my phone. I have discussed the biggest threat to the East of the Celtics, Cavs, and the Knicks, and then react to NBA All-Star starters. Like I'm gonna do that next episode, just because like I'm super. It's like it's already kind of the longest video, so I'm gonna be brief with this topic because, as many of you guys know, this topic has been like pissing me off. As is, oh, it's just driving me nuts. But Pat Riley, just trade the man. Just trade it and get it over with. All right, you're just prolonging the inevitable at this point. All right, Jimmy wants to leave, and you're keeping him hostage. You're suspending him for games. Just trade the guy and get it over with. All right, I'm really getting sick and tired of seeing this topic come on my feed every single time, whether it's on like First Take, NBA Today, or just straight up YouTube. Just trade the man. All right, you can tell by my like voice and like my reaction. I'm pissed off as well. So yeah, just trade the man. That's all I gotta say. Do you think that he will trade Jimmy Butler in the trade deadline? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, peeking into our next segment, we are going to be doing our primetime game picks for week number 15. Can't believe we're on week 15 right now, but let's do this rapid fire because I have to get going in a little bit. We got Pistons, Cavs. I will take the Cavs in this one. Although the Pistons have been playing really well, I got to take the Cavs in this one. Clippers, Suns. The Clippers have been playing really well as of late, but I'm going to take Phoenix here just because I think they've been playing a little bit better. Granted, their schedule has been light, but you know, it is what it is. Lakers, Sixers, Lakers. I mean, the Sixers right now are in a mess right now. Give me the Lakers to win this one. All right. Bucks, Blazers, James homecoming. I will take the Bucks, even though the Blazers have been looking okay as of late. I will take the Bucks. Nuggets, Knicks, probably America's game of the week right here. I am gonna take. Ooh, who do I take? I'm gonna take the Knicks. I'm gonna take the Knicks in this one just because the Knicks are the better team. Thunder, Warriors. I mean, you've heard me say when I was recapping the Warriors primetime games. Thunder, Hawks, Cavs. This is a good game. I'm going to take the Cavs over. I just think they're the much better team. Rockets, Grizzlies. I will take the Grizzlies in this one just because I think they're a better team. Nuggets, Sixers. I'm going to take the Nuggets. Suns, Warriors. Game 3, I believe, between these two bitter rivals. I'm going to take the Suns in this one just because I think the Suns are a much more better team. Lakers, Knicks on ABC primetime game. Ooh. I will take the Knicks. You know, Celtics, Sixers, I will take the Celtics. And then Grizzlies, Bucks, I will take the Milwaukee Bucks. But anyway, let's get into our next segment, which is our courtside hierarchy ranking for week number 15. Again, I'm sorry if I'm going like really fast right now. It's just been so frustrating for me lately. All right, we'll go up. We'll go up from here. But anyway, 10. I'm gonna go with the goal. I'm gonna go with the Phoenix Suns. They've been playing really well lately. I know they got embarrassed by the Cavs a couple days ago, but they look solid so far. At 9, I guess I'll put the Lakers at number 9. They've been playing rock solid as of late. They've been playing great. I think they're the ninth best team. 8, I will go Timberwolves at 8. Anthony Edwards has been playing rock solid. They've been playing really well. I'm going to take them at 8. Number 7, I will take the Pistons. Yeah, I'm going to take the Pistons. They've been playing really well. A lot of people, they're not going to be like a playoff contender, but like they've been playing rock solid. I'm going to have them at number 7. Number 6, I will take the Rockets at 6. Much better team. You know, at 5, actually 6, I'll take the Bucks at 6. 5 is the Rockets. 4 is the Knicks. 3 is the Celtics, just because they're the Celtics. 2, you could argue with the wall, but I'll take the Thunder at 2. And then the 1 seed, I'm going to take the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's about do it. So what are your guys' thoughts on this week's courtside hierarchy rankings? I have the Cavs at 1, the Thunder at 2, the Celtics at 3, the Knicks at 4, the Rockets at 5, the Bucks at 6, the Pistons at 7, the Timberwolves at 8, the Lakers at 9, and the Suns at number 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. I'm going to try to hopefully have a consistent upload schedule while I'm in Korea for the foreseeable future. With that being said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, stay warm, stay hydrated. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.